Hey, how's it going? And welcome to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. I hope you've had a great Christmas and a good New Year. Today we've got Tomintoul. It's 1996 bottled and distilled in November 1996 and bottled, in May 2019. So making it about 22-year-old. There's 285 bottles. It's bottled at 47.1% ABV, and I'm not sure how much it cost as it was a gift from previous Christmas from Stevie. I wanted to talk about the box because it's an absolute nightmare. The bottle usually sits in this little display and you've got a slider at the back that slides up to get the bottle out, and you need to slide it, pretty sure you need to slide it quite far up to get it out, and then you put the slider back down again. It's just a nightmare. I think it's a terrible design and I really hate it. I don't use that word too often. But we'll get down to the box isn't that important. We'll get down to the review, see what the palate's like, the nose and the finish, and see if it's a Whisky Win or a Whisky Bin. I've had this several times and I don't want to spoil the review. You can tell I've had it for almost a year, or over a year, and I'm not really making that much of a dent in it. So hopefully that'll give you a clue of how this review is going to go.
No, thank you, spoiler alert.
Straight away, it's quite harsh on the nose, and I get like cheap perfume. There are some pineapple cubes though. Once it sits a bit, once it opens up, take it for a walk. I don't know what Ralphie says, is it take it for a walk when he does that? Pineapple cubes. There's like white melon. It's quite crisp, quite clean. Sorry, I'm just looking at Jura licking himself. Distracting me. It's quite fresh. I get like a fruit salad with fresh yogurt over the top of it. And that's all I'm really getting with the nose. I've got water, I'll add a little bit of water to it. I feel like the nose is very, very restrained. And I'm not sure, I think it just says hogshead, so I'm assuming bourbon. So the palate, lots of wood and so harsh for 47.1%. I mean, I'm used to drinking high ABV whiskies, but this is it just attacks. It's fizzy. There's kind of those lemon sherbets or sherbet lemons. I can't remember which way it is. The little hard-boiled sweets, hard-boiled candy. That's there. So there's a lot of citrus, there's a little sweetness there, a lot of fizzy element. It's quite effervescent on the tongue. I don't know if that'd be the right word, but it feels tingly on the tongue. Possibly some lemongrass, and it's quite floral in the palate. Nothing too specific, as I can't draw anything. I can't draw from any conclusion from that floral element. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I don't know why my nose is so itchy. My nose seems to always get itchy when I'm on camera. I don't know if it's a nerve thing or not, but I've been doing it for long enough. So the nose with water. I mean, it's tamed it a little bit, or not tamed it, but it's opened it up a little bit. But I feel like you're just getting more of that melon. It's more, the cheap perfumes maybe subsided and the melon's just more evident and coming through a lot better, a lot stronger. See, now I'm getting like a little bit of a beer, a little bit of like a hoppiness, or maltiness. It just reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of the wash, the palate with the water. It's taken away, still there. I was going to say it's taken away the kind of harsh element, but it's still there. It's still quite strong. The citrus is still there, but I don't think there's anything special about this. The finish is probably medium, medium to long. I feel like it's soapy in the finish, and I have added the water. Sometimes I think someone's told me before, if you add water too quickly or too much and you don't stir it enough, you can give it a soapy element. But I have had this without water and with water, and I still get this soapy finish in the water. In the whiskey with the water. There's black iced tea, more wood, and like just some generic kind of floral. I can't get the floral thing at all. It's one I'm struggled with. Stevie and Stevie was round the other night for New Year. It was a family thing, and Stevie and his son poured me this blind. I spoke to Stevie previously and said, like, I've struggled with this, and I wanted to keep giving it a try, keep going back to it. So his son poured me it blind, and straight away I knew I didn't like it. I didn't know what it was. I kind of guessed it was a Speyside, but I couldn't tell you what it was. I thought he'd opened a new one, and I was quite disappointed. I was gutted, and then they revealed that it was this. So I feel like my initial reactions are true to my overall perception of this whiskey. I can't think of words. So yeah, would I buy it again? Absolutely not. Do I think it's worth it? Anything more than £100, I don't think this is worth it. Stevie even had, he obviously bought it for me, and I feel terrible giving a gifted whiskey, a whiskey bin, but I've already just spoiled the review. But Stevie tried it as well, and he did not enjoy it. So I don't think it's worth the money, whatever the money was, whatever price was. I wouldn't pay anything for this now that I've tried it, because I just don't think it's a good whiskey. And would I recommend it? I mean, I'm not enjoying it, someone else might. I'm looking to give this away, or let someone else have it, spend some time with it, because I just cannot deal with it. I've went back to it time and time again, and I'm not enjoying it. So, I mean, I might recommend it because someone else might like it, but it's only 1 out of 3 anyway. It's definitely a whiskey bin, a great start to the new year. So yeah, I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Wins, thanks for watching.